Okay class, today we're going to learn on subtopic 8.3 solving equations. Okay, so how are we going to solve equations? Now, throughout we have learned your unknowns, how to derive formulas and so on. Okay, the first subtopic was you given the answer for an unknown and you need to substitute it into the formula to get your answers. The second part, you derived a formula, and now for the third part, which is solving equation, you are going to find what is the value of your unknown. Okay, what is the value of your unknown? So if you look at the questions, we have x plus 2 equals to 8, x minus 4 equals to 3, 3x equals to 12, x over 2 equals to 7, and so on. Now, if follow through this way, okay, this is balancing equation, whereby you need to balance your equation to find your answers. Now the first part, we have x plus 2 equals to 8. So if you notice here, we have x plus 2 equals to 8. Now in order to balance this, it means you must make the number to become a 0. Okay, so that only you will be able to find the value of x. Okay, so what you need to do in order to balance it, the positive 2, you minus with 2 or you subtract with 2 on each side. Now why does this happen? Because you have the equal sign here. Once you have an equal sign, okay, you need to balance both the sides. Okay, you need to balance both the sides. So how you balance both the side? You minus 2 here, you minus 2 here. So you will have x equals to 8 minus 2, which is 6. Alright, now coming to the next question. Okay, x minus 4 equals to 3. So as I told you just now, you need to balance both your sides. Alright, so you will have negative 4 here. So in order to make this negative 4 to become 0, okay, you need to add 4 or plus 4. So plus 4 plus at both the sides. Alright, so this will only be left with x value. So x equals to 7. Alright, this is balancing method. This is balancing method. Now for question C. Okay, this is a bit different. That was just now with a plus and a minus. For this question, we have 3x equals to 12. 3x meaning by 3 times x. So if you want to balance the times, okay, you need to divide. Okay, it's the reverse of times. The reverse of times is divide. So when you divide 3 over here, you remember you must divide 3 on the other side as well. So this is x equals to 4. 3 divide 3 will become 1. As I've said earlier, x equals to 1x. Alright, so there's number 1 in front of it. Now, for the next question, okay, so x over 2 equals to 7. Now, in order to balance both the side, I need to multiply with 2. Now, why do I multiply with 2? So that 2 and this 2, when I cut off, I will have a remainder of x. So when I multiply 2 here, I must multiply 2 at the other side. So I must times with 2. So x equals to 14. Now we go through again, so as you will understand more better. Remember, to balance positive, you'll have to have a negative. To balance a negative, you must have a positive number. Now, to balance a times or a multiply, you must divide with the number, whereas to balance a divide, you must multiply or times with the number given. Now for the next question. Okay, this have two stages. Okay, so we have 2x plus 5 equals to 11. So the very first thing you must do is you must equal your positive or negative values. Okay, then only you must move on to the number beside x. Don't change the x here first, then you move the number. Remember, the number does not have an unknown here, but otherwise than 2, the 2 is actually mixed together with the unknown. So the positive 5, how you balance? Okay, positive should be balanced with a negative. So 2x plus 5 minus 5. So remember, you must balance at the other side as well. So 11 minus 5 would be 6. So this is 2x equals to 6. Now, your question is to find only x value. Okay, your question is only to find the x value. So what do? Remember, this is times. So in order to equal it, you must divide. So you divide with 2 at both sides. So you'll get x equals to 3. Now for question F. We have 3 minus 2x equals to 7. So remember, as I told you earlier, okay, you must balance both the sides. So when you need to balance both the sides, okay, this is a positive 3. Okay, don't follow the negative 2 behind here. This is all for the x value, negative 2x. But the 3 is a positive value. So in order to balance a positive, you must have a negative. So you minus 3, write back negative 2x equals to 4. Okay, just write back the equation again. Next, this is a multiplication. So in order to balance it, you must divide with negative 2. If you see earlier the question, okay, this is only positive 2. So when you divide, you just divide accordingly. So divide accordingly. This is negative 2, so I only want to find a positive x. So I divide with negative 2 on both the sides. I will get x equals to negative 2. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides with negative 2. Remember. Alright. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to look at some other different examples. Now, the method I showed you just now was on balancing. Okay, so we're going to learn another different method using these new examples. Okay, for the first question, I've given you x minus 22 equals to negative 4. So, okay, I'm going to write it back. X minus 22 equals to negative 4. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this particular number towards this side so that I will only get my x answer here. Okay, so that I only get my x answer here. So what I do, I write my x equals to, I write whatever numbers I have over here at this place. Okay, I don't move this number, it is static, it is stay put there. Alright, same like you staying at home, so just stay put there, don't move this number. You're only going to move the negative 22. Now when a negative jumps over, okay, when a negative jumps over, it will turn into a positive value. Okay, when a negative jumps over, it will turn into a positive value. Please remember that. So x equals to negative 4 plus 22. So your answer is 18. Okay, so this is a jumping method. Just now we learned was on balancing. This is jumping. Alright, but if you wish to do on balancing as well, it's not a big deal. Okay, it is not a big deal. For balancing, remember, okay, for balancing, if you have a negative, you must balance it with a positive value. So negative 4 plus 22. So you'll have x equals to 18. So if you notice, you're going to get the same answer again. Okay, you're going to get the same answer. So it is up to you which method you want to use, whether you are agreeable with balancing method or the jumping one. Okay, it's up to you. Now, let us move on to question C first. Okay, we have x plus 5 equals to 11. Alright, so I'm going to use the jumping method in this case. So we have x. So I write back the question, x plus 5 equals to 11. Now if you notice, this is a positive value. So a positive value, when it jumps over, it will become negative. So it is a vice versa method. Okay, it's a vice versa method. So x equals to 11 minus 5. So as I said, whatever number that you did not move, just stay put at their own place. So x equals to 6. Now question D. We have 2x equals to 18. So please be reminded that 2x meaning by 2 times x equals to 18. Okay, times is very much related to your divide. Okay, times is very much related to your divide. So when you're going to move the times over here, it will become a divide. So x equals to 18 divide 2, or you can write it as 18 divide 2. So x equals to 9. Okay, it is up to you on which method you want to use. And if you ask me, I would preferably tell you to use this method. Alright, now following the next question, we have x over 5 equals to 9. So remember, this over here meaning by divide. Okay, this over here meaning by divide. If you're not sure, you can just write x divide 5 equals to 9. Doesn't matter. It is going to give you the same answer as well. So remember, divide, move over there, will become times. So x equals to 9 times 5. X equals to 45. Alright, so these are basics first. Okay, now jumping to question B. Okay, jumping to question B. This is a two-stage question. Okay, two-stage question. You have x over 2 plus 4 equals to 5. So the very first thing, please remember, you must not move any of your x values first if you have a whole number. Okay, if you have a whole number, please make sure you move the whole number first. Okay, accordingly, then only you move numbers with the unknown. Okay, then only you move the numbers with the unknown. So for the first thing, this is going to be x over 2. Since you did not move any of the numbers from here, remain at its place. Now you're moving positive. So positive, when you move over there, will become negative. So equals 5 minus 4. So write back x over 2 equals to 5 minus 4 is 1. Now the next stage, this is a divide. So divide, when I move to that side, this is my second stage, it will become times. So x equals to 1 times 2. So my x is 2. Alright, so this is how you do stage by stage. Now it is not necessary for you to show this arrow, these numbers. Okay, it is not necessary for you to show these arrows and these numbers. Okay, you can just straight away do your working. So we are going to do the next following questions without the arrows. Now, move on to question F. We have 2x plus 4 equals to 14. So which one do I move first? The x or the 4? Surely the number 4. Alright, don't move numbers with the x. Please, I do remind you, I'm reminding you a lot of times because students tend to make silly mistakes when they answer during examination. Okay, so I'm teaching you step by step. I hope you can understand this. So remember, positive, I move to the other side, it will become negative. So 2x equals to 14 minus 4. Alright, then you complete it. 14 minus 4 is 10. Okay, the next part, you're going to move the 2. Remember, this 2 is 2 times x. So the times you move that side will become divide. Alright, so x equals to 10 divide 2. So x equals to 5. Okay, again, I repeat again. 2x plus 4 equals to 14. Remember, always move the whole number first. So the positive 4, when you move to the other side, will become negative. It is always the reverse. Okay, it is always the reverse, negative. So you will have 2x equals to 10. This is times 2 times x. The 2 you move to the other side will become 10 divide 2. So your answer is x equals to 5. Now we try 6x minus 4 equals to 26. Again, the same thing. Move only the number first. Okay, not the unknown. The unknown remains at its place. So this is 26 plus 4. So 6x equals to 30. So x equals to, remember this is times, times I move there will become divide. So 30 divide 6, so x equals to 5. Okay, go on step by step. Okay, don't jump your working steps. Just move on in order. Even though you have a positive value or a negative value, it doesn't matter. The moment you move by order, your answers will be correct. Now, for the following question, we have 3x plus 7 equals to 25. Remember, positive and negative. So positive, I move to the other side, will become negative. So I remain 3x here equals to 25 minus 7. Don't move these numbers as well. Okay, you only move the number that you want to move. The others will stay at their own place. So 3x equals to 18. X equals to 18 over 3. So x equals to 6. Now question I, we have 5x minus 3 equals to 32. Alright, it's also the same thing. Okay, you see, if you notice, everything is just repeating. Alright, so the only thing is that you must learn, you must understand what is the purpose of finding the answer. Positive, move there, negative, negative, move there, positive. Times, move there, divide, divide, you move there is times. Okay, so over here, this will become 5x equals to 32 plus 3. 5x equals to 35. X equals to 35 over 5 and x equals to 7. So these are your working. So these are basics and your medium level of understanding towards the topic. Now, I have given you homework and also extra exercises. Now, for the homework, you can edit your work in the Word document given to you. So please write your working and your answers. For the extra exercise, it comes from your textbook. So please look through your textbook, book A, for more questions. And just in case if you don't understand my teaching or my learning method, just comment on the page that you have joined. Okay, so that I will be able to know where you stand. If you have any questions, just post it. Alright, thank you class, and I will see you the following week.